Good. Right, I'm going to begin just by asking, what was it initially that attracted you to getting involved in The Day Shall Come?
Chris Mars. Yeah. It's like I didn't know much of his work before, but him as a person, I was drawn to him the moment I met him. He's giving, open. He's one of the most generous spirits, one of the smartest human beings I know. Very learned.
Because I was reading that you took the job before you'd actually read the script,
Mm-hmm.
so that shows a lot of faith, I guess, in the project and the director. I mean,
My agents.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I guess when you did get the script, I mean, having already signed up, I mean, was there a bit of sort of nerves, thinking, "Oh God, what have I said yes to?" But I guess when you got it and you read it, you must have thought, "Yeah, this is quite a project."
Yeah, I was like chomping at the bits to get that script, and when I finally got it, I was like, like a kid on Christmas, like zooming through it, and I was overwhelmed with what I read the first time because it was. I mean, it's an epic tale. It's a wonderfully wacky story that like needs to be told.
And I mean, I when I saw the film, sort of during it, I found myself sort of laughing, and obviously Chris Morris has got such a huge a pedigree in history, in comedy, in this country. And so we could sort of go into this thinking, it's going to be really funny. But over the weekend, since I saw it, I've just been finding it growing sadder and sadder in my sort of like in my mind, and I keep looking back. Actually, it's a very profound tale, isn't it? And Moses, do you think inherently is quite a sad character? Did you perceive him as being someone who's quite sad or not?
No, not at all.
Just me then.
Well, I think for me, what I see Moses as an optimist, and I think maybe what you're responding to is like his hope, and his optimism in a world that like doesn't allow him to be that. You know what I mean? A world that sort of like traps him, in a world that like is come crashing in around him. So yeah, I actually, for me, like I went into this thinking like this character doesn't know how to fail, and he doesn't know failure, and where he's told no, he finds yes. You know.
Yeah, because I mean he's a flawed character. But I'm assuming, did you like him? And just as a general rule, as an actor, do you always feel you have to like the characters you play? Or is that?
No, not necessarily. I feel like I have to understand them. And I think his thinking is flawed at times because it's flawed logic, right? But I think that's also Chris's sort of brain as well. It's like the thinking behind like doing this to get that. I don't think Marchant, would go about things that way. But like I had to find how Moses would. And yeah, it took a second, and hopefully, like what you saw is like, hopefully I found that, you know.
I think because I was wondering too about. I mean, obviously, this is a big role. It's obviously your first sort of big leading role in cinema. How imperative is it that people do take a punt on young actors? Because you think there are so many great young actors out there, and the reason we don't know who they are is because someone hasn't just taken that gamble. You must have been so thrilled that Chris took that gamble on you, because sometimes young actors just need someone just to give them a chance.
Right? Because it's like yeah. I was so when I found out about it, when I got it, I was in a bit of disbelief because I was like, my reps had also told me the other people were pinned for it, so I was like, because they rep one of them, so I was like, yeah, they're not going with me. But if they do, if they don't, it doesn't matter. I've gone in like 5 times and was like, by the 5th time, I was just like, whatever happens here. I would like it, but we'll see. When my reps called me, I said, it was on April 2nd. And I said, April Fools, because I thought it was still April 1st. And they were like, no, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, shit. It's April 2nd, and this is real.
Because that's what I mean. Obviously, if you've got used to this yet, I mean, obviously you've seen this up on the big screen, sort of face on posters, stuff like that. Is that something that's sort of taken a while to get used to? And do you recognise yourself now? If you see this, if you watch this in the audience, do you see yourself in the character, or does it look like a sort of a fictional creation, like somebody else is on the screen, not you?
It's like a bit of both, right? There's a part of me, because it's me up there, it's my body, literally. But then there's like the part of things that I like found for him. There are things that I necessarily don't walk around the world thinking or doing. Like I don't riding to work on a horse every day, but
You should.
it'd be nice. But yeah, it's a mixed sort of like weird, wonderful thing. I don't know how to talk about it or describe it yet.